Yo, what's good? Let's solve a lead code problem in Neovim. Crazy, right? I'm going to solve a problem that I have already solved before, but it has been a few days and I don't remember the answer to it, honestly. Top K elements. Right. Okay, so our question is given an integer array nums and an integer k. Return the k most frequent element. You may return the answer in any order. Okay. So it basically says that if we have an array numbers with we have an array numbers with a few integers inside it and a value of k. So what the problem says is that we need to return the most frequently repeated integers, k most frequently repeated integers. I'm sure you got it by this time. So, let's start off by cutting this. And what do we need here? We need, so first off, we would need a hash map, which I am going to name HM. And then, you know what, let's start off by appending things to the hash map. So here, what I'm trying to do is uh, I'll assign I'll assign the number as the key and how many times it has been repeated as the element here, okay, in the hash map. Length of nums, okay. So now what do we want to do? We want to put I of index as the key and the number of times that it has been repeated as the the value, right? Is that what we want to do? Is that what we want to do? Let me remember. Uh-huh. Okay, fine. If I not in hash map, we're going to append I, sorry, nums of I. No, I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous. I'm not. Is equal to 1. Else, if it is in the hash map, we want it to we want it to increment the value by 1, right? So now if I return hash map, I should I should pretty much get what I wanted. I should get the number as the key and its frequency as the value. Key error, okay, plus equal to hash map. Hmm, where did we go wrong? It's okay. Just, so we didn't get a problem on this one. I'm sure this is not the issue. Let's try again. Okay, we're getting a key error. I'm not sure what that means. If we not in hashmap.keys, let's try this. Okay, I think is equal to 1 plus equal to 1 is increment, right? Yes. Okay, no, if I not in, if nums and I think it's going out of index, maybe, but this should work, right? Yeah, so 1 is being repeated thrice. We have the key as 1 and the value as 3. 2 is getting repeated twice. So we have the key as 2 and it is being repeated 2 times. 3 is being repeated once. Let's check the other question. This is right. And okay, is 1 getting repeated 4 times? Yes, it is. Is 2 getting repeated 4 times? Yep. Is 3 getting, yeah, yeah, that's right. So now what we want to do is now we want to first make a bucket is equal to this into for okay, in this array we need a bucket for we need a bucket in which we need to assign the keys to the index of how many times it's being appended, right? So let me explain that to you real quick. So in case of this, let's take the first example, right? Here I is getting repeated thrice. So here's what we want to do. Okay, so here, this would be the 0th index, right? This would be the first, this would be the second, and this would be the third. So now, when 1 is getting repeated thrice, we need 1 to appear here, and 2 is getting repeated twice. So we would need 2 to appear here. 3 is getting repeated once, so it should be in index 1. Got it? Mm, if not, you'll get it when I try to do it here, right? So I'm taking a bucket for I in range. What can we do here? Let's just take len nums, right? Len nums plus 1 because mm, yeah, should I should I do plus 1 in the parenthesis or outside? No, let's find out. Let's find out. I think I should get an error if I do it again, right? So now for I in hm dot keys. Okay, so now we need to append the key, no, for key value. We need the value as well, right? Value in hashmap dot items. So now we need to append the key to the index of the value, right? Because the value is the number of times it's being repeated. What can we do here is, hmm, no, let's try doing hashmap.value. I'm trying to do brute force. Let's see if it works. But I'm not sure that it will. We need to do some modifications or change the code all at once. Okay, okay, perfect. It works perfectly. Test case 2. Yeah, works. Okay, here we are not getting 1 for some reason. 1 and 2 should be together because they're both getting repeated 4 times. hmm So here, what can we do? Okay, so why is 1 not getting appended? You know what? Let's try to reverse engineer this, right? So, for the first test case, 111, no, 111 is fine. It's just a 1 that's not being appended. hmm I think we can not append. I'm not sure if this will work, but let's try. So this is good. Okay. So last time it was not in the bucket. It was bare naked number. This should work. Yeah, it does. So now we've come to the last part of this problem where we need to return the most frequently, not the most, the k most frequently repeated characters, right? So here what I am going to do is, okay, we would need to make another list that I'll name as return LST. Let's initialize the list and move forward for I in BCK. I'm sure that's a better way to do this because this is going to take this time complexity on this is going to be much greater. It's not the optimal solution, but it works. It works. For I in BCK, we need to then for I in range. Let's do for I in range because we want to go in a reverse order. I could use a reverse function, but that would further increase the time complexity more. So here what we can do is range BCK. Sorry, my bad. What? What? Okay. So I in BCK, and then we can do -1. Uh, minus 1. Okay, so if we need to intend, if we need to go in the reverse order, what does the first -1 do? Let's, I'm doing -1. Okay, just support index, right? -1, comma, another support index. Okay, start, stop, and set. So if we're doing -1 for start, it will start from the last element and stop. Where do we stop? We stop at 0, right? And then uh, each step is -1, right? So for I in range length of bucket, we need to append I to the return list. Return lst dot append, and now we do bck of I. So this will not give us the right answer. What this will do is this will give us the answer with the buckets. And we had, so the length of BCK is basically, as you can see here, the length of nums plus 1. So it will return empty arrays, I'm pretty sure, but let's try it out. Yeah, Mm-hmm. From the reverse order. Okay, okay, fine. It is the reverse order because one is here and two is here. Right? One, two. Okay, yeah, one, two. Now what we can do here is okay for num in uh bck uh slash I. So since bck of the index I is another array, it's another list inside the list. We're gonna do this, and then now we will append num here. It should give us our desired output. Let's see. Okay, one, two, three. So now all we need to do is let's set the third test case. One, two, three. Yeah, this is good. This is very good. So now all we need to do is we need to write an if function. We need to write what we need. We need the number of elements returned to be equal to k. Okay, so if uh, len of no, if yeah, if len of returned get list is equal to k. Okay, I don't need to break the loop here. I can just do this. This should give us the right answer. Yeah, let's submit it just to be sure. So, yeah, time complexity is too bad. We can do better. I'll get back